Good afternoon, everyone. I've adopted these glasses, so just want to let you know. Yeah, I see everybody going like this. Whose are they?
Right here, the Ray-Bans.
Oh, now that we said Ray-Bans, everybody's coming forward. All right, they're sitting up here, and I'm going to just play them. Okay, good afternoon. We have a full house. I love when I know the staff doesn't, when we drop tables, and Sean doesn't love it, but it's kind of cool. Today is a special day at the Las Vegas Rotary Club as students from local schools compete for our annual 4-way test speech contest. These students are outstanding ambassadors for their schools, and we're incredibly proud of their dedication, hard work, and achievement. And we welcome all of our guests that could be here. My name is Janice Lemke, and I'm proud to serve as your 103rd president. I would like to invite Emil Melnick to come up and do our invocation.
Okay, I'm going to read a couple of sayings of the Indian mystic Sadhguru. Every aspect of creation, from a grain of sand to a mountain, a drop to an ocean, is a manifestation of an intelligence far beyond human intellect. Whether you walk or dance or play or cook or sing, do it with total awareness or with total abandon. Either way, you are one with creation. And finally, the most beautiful moments in life are moments when you are expressing your joy, not when you are seeking it. Thank you.
Thank you. I love that. Now, Dr. Mike Williams to do our song. Ready to rock out?
Ready.
Okay, this is a song that you all know. It's from the 60s, my generation. At this point in time in history, there were millions of people protesting the war in Vietnam. And this song came out in the United States. Here we go. So please sing along.
Put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late. Please don't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see.
We may not know the rest of the words.
Okay.
I know, it is a fine for next week, not sharing all the words with us. Okay, and our Pledge of Allegiance, Sergeant of Arms, is Ms. Deborah Howard.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. And I'm going to go ahead and remind you now, please silence your phones today as soon as possible. Thank you. I want to take, before I do the thank yous, I want to welcome back our, please. I want to say welcome back to our PE, Michael Kudamont. We will be here next week. So happy to see you, and we'll do your flag exchange or flag presentation. I know I saw our buddy Tom Warren over here. It's good to see you. Welcome back, sir. We have some tough challenges from traveling across the country, so we're and with that, let's do thank you. Setup was Lynn Ean, our were Leah Hewlett and Patty Overrow. Ticket sales, we had a CG over, I think, so thank you. We're going to have to find John next week when we see him. Photographer, I think it might be a combo. I know Tina Vision. And then, I'm not sure, Sarah, thank you for always Scribe, we have Flip and Stretta, AD, Duetha, and here now we have Jack Romano and Dr. Michael Williams, so thank you all. Just going to go through some guests. No, we don't have any international that we're up. Visiting Rotarians, we do. We do? Who's our visiting Rotarian? Oh, wonderful. Oh, yes, that's right.
Hey, thank you very much for having me. I'm a Rotarian currently in north of San Antonio. This is my wife of 48 years, Vicki. So we raised a couple of daughters and a few granddaughters, which we're currently raising. And at the moment, we're looking to relocate possibly to Las Vegas. My particular Rotary match is in national work, been involved in a number of global grants, and I'm currently the district and national service chair for my district, which is 5840.
George and Vicki, welcome. I knew you were going to be here today. I just had you under the wrong category, so my apologies, and we're excited that you could be here today. Do we have any guests or Rotarians? All right, we're going to go to the head table. Oh, sorry, Andrew. I'm so
I
sorry.
have a guest today, Marquis Sandy from Craig Pike.
Welcome. We are waiting for anticipation of what those words are going to be. Okay, at the head table, we have, I'm so excited, we have, of course, Jerry. He's going to introduce his lovely daughter.
Okay, it's a special day for me, so I brought my girl Friday, my daughter.
Welcome back, Paula. And then, Tom, who are you having guests?
I do. I have the privilege of introducing John McCalla. John is our Director of Communications at Boy Scout Office.
Welcome. Okay, so we're going to go to the head table now. We're going to do a special presentation for Jerry Engel, and we're so glad he could join me at the President's table with his lovely daughter Paula. We have David Jones, we have Dr. Nikki Brunetti, and we also have Paula Goldstein and Larry Goldstein, who is, thank you for all the work in preparing for today. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to go ahead, Jerry, I know you were walking around, but I'm going to have you stand up again. Can you come up here? We're so excited.
Want me to come?
Yeah, but you're not going to sing, but come over here. Come over here. Okay, I would like to invite our past presidents up. This is a very special day in which we're acknowledging, and I would like one of our past presidents to go ahead and do this presentation. You don't get to go out yet. Like that, you don't get to go out yet. We're going to first acknowledge you. So I'm going to have the past presidents come up. Who would like to go ahead and do the presentation for Jerry? Wow. Tom, Karen, I would like one of the past presidents. Tom Thomas. Wonderful.
I get the honor of doing this presentation because when I was 17 years old, I went helicopter skiing with Jerry Engel in the Monachies. And when I wasn't doing flips off of cliffs, I was trying to keep up with Jerry on some beautiful snow. So we occasionally, very, very occasionally, we select a Rotarian who's embodied all of the elements of what it means to be a Rotarian, which, as we all know, rests upon the foundation of service above self. And that's Jerry Engel. And he's been with our club we're not going to talk about the decades because they're multiple, but we are honoring Jerry Engel today with an honorary Rotarian designation for this club. So he will always be a member of this club for the future, and he'll join a very select group of people that we have honored in this club over the last 100 years. So please help me in honoring our great friend and a very special Rotarian, Jerry Engel.
You look so handsome.
Am I supposed to say something?
You We talked about this, no
You're always
jokes, no
at such a
singing.
loss for words, you can say anything
No
you
jokes.
want, right?
First thing I have to say is I found out last month that because people are telling me how well dressed I am, and I found out last month I'm impotent, and I figured if I'm impotent, I gotta dress impotent.
And you are in. Very.
But you know, I want you to know that I didn't know about this honor until last week when Janice called me and said, Jerry, they voted to elect you in as an honorary member. And the first thing I did is I went to the roster and turned to page 24. Can you all see that? That's page 24. Somehow, the words in memory didn't resonate to me. And so then I looked at it and I said, my God, look at the people I'm joining. They're all dead. So I was prepared to tell Janice that I just as soon pass the honor. Anyway, this is actually out of 103 years of Rotary, Las Vegas Rotary, there were only 6 honorary members. So you know how proud I am. And you know, I've been a Rotarian for 35 years. And I just can tell you that I'd like to quote, I guess none of you were around, but in 1856, a very famous poet. Her name was Elizabeth Barrett Downing. Ever hear of her? Anyway, she wrote a very famous poem. It was a love poem to her husband. And she said, how many ways can I love thee? I cannot count the ways. And all I can say for Rotary is how many ways can I say thank you? I cannot count the ways. I'm going to do something special because, you see, here are the honorees, and the only one I really know well is Shelley Berkeley, and she's so busy she can't really say much, and we lost our James Baker just last couple months ago, and last month we had our funeral, or this month. And so I'm truly honored to be part of you. But I want you to know that all of these members, you don't see them around, do you? Well, I'm like a broken penny. I'm not going away. I'll tell you what I like to do. I want to dedicate my home because most of you have been to my home. And it's a lovely home. We had a debunking party there last June. And I just want to let you know that as long as I'm living there and I'm alive and I have my faculties, I'd like to dedicate my home, calling it the Rotary Hospitality Home. And Rotary will be welcome to do debunking. Randy will be able to do your smokers. And we have our orientation meetings. And however you can ever use my home, just give me a call. And that's the reason why I'm going to still stay active with you, even though I'm inactive. And so I welcome you to my home.
Thank you, Jim.
And I guess I'll finish with saying that you all know my mantra. My mantra is be good to yourself. This is my daily mantra. Be good to yourself. Think positively. Dream wildly. Laugh loudly. And take time to make your soul happy. And so I want to make you laugh loudly before I let go.
Oh, no. We talked about this.
Just a couple short stories. But the story is that this takes place in the boardroom of the Budweiser beer in New York, and he's there with his board of directors, and he has a gentleman there. He says, "Gentlemen, I invited the head of the Madison Avenue, the top advertising agency. He claims that he can get us number one again. We used to be number one all the time. We lost to number two. He guarantees that we can get number one back. It's going to cost us $20 million. So then they ask him, what is it? He says, I'll only tell it to the president. So the board goes out of the room. The president tells the president of the board what his plan is, and the president says, if you can get that on, you've got the $20 million. Now the scene shifts, and we're in the Vatican's, and the president of the Madison Avenue is with the Pope. And the Pope says, sir, I understand you wanted to see me about some business. And he said, yes, Your Holiness, I represent a company in the United States that would like to make a $5 million contribution to the church. And the Pope says, that's very nice. Is there anything I can do to show my appreciation? He says, yes, you know, Your Holiness, where you give the daily bread, the daily prayer, it's give us this day this daily bread. All you have to do is change one word. Give us this day our daily bud. The priest says, you've got to be kidding. He says, no. He says, but you know what, I could go up to $10 million. The Pope says, please, sir, you're talking about the Holy Scriptures, hundreds of years old. It's not possible. He says, all right, Your Holiness, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I can go up to $20 million. That's it. Take it or leave it. And the Pope says, so what is it you want me to do? He says, yes, change the one word, give us this day our daily bud. And the Pope thinks about it. Then he turns to his secretary and he says, Salvatore, how much longer do we have under the Pillsbury contract? And then this one, she says she's got to get to go. This is a shorty, but how many of you were serious and remember the American skier called Peekaboo Street? Raise your hand. Okay, so those who were skiers knows there was a girl named Peekaboo Street. She was a top downhill skier. After she retired, she went into nursing, and she was gonna give it a job in a big hospital. And the first place they put her in was the ICU. And so she lasted there 1 week. You know why? Because when the phone rang, she said, "Peekaboo, ICU."
Thank you. All right, while they're doing the photo, Jerry, you are one of a kind. Oh, no, you go. You guys go ahead. Okay, while we're doing that, I want to invite Larry Cohn, and I don't know who else is coming up with you. We have an induction today of Steve Stern, I believe.
Thank you, Tom. You're still on me.
Okay. Wonderful. And past president with a bunch of other titles, David Thorson as well.
Steve Stern, and come on up. Oh, that was work. He's going to be involved very quickly. Yes, I'd like to thank Steve Laney for joining us for his induction. I'll briefly introduce Steve. Steve was a member of the Rotary in Villa Park, California, which is a very small community in Orange County, for many years. And he relocated here to Vegas, was looking for a Rotary club. And it's going to be great. He's going to be very involved with us. And I want everybody to get to know Steve and his wife. And I'll turn it over to Steve to give a little more insight into who he is.
It's a real hard act to follow that, though. No question there. I'm a 20-year Rotarian with Villa Park. When I first went with them, I said, I like to do fundraising and that type of stuff. And they said, good. The incoming president is always responsible for our gala. He said, how about if you help them out a little bit? Well, I helped 15 incoming presidents just for the gala. And we really had a wonderful time, and it worked out really well because I loved the job. And at the same time, we were getting 400 people for our gala and mainly earning over 100,000 for a club that was under 50 people. Enjoy it. I enjoy the club. We have one of the nicest clubs in our district, which is right next to yours. We're 3220, 5220, I think. Yeah. And I'm going to enjoy this because it's a very active club. I like to do work, and I'm a good worker, being in that respect. And this seems like the perfect place for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Now we'll have Dave Thorson do the induction.
All right, Steve, welcome to our club.
Thank you.
And you're a continuing Rotarian, so you know all about it. But for the benefit of our speech contestants and some of our guests who are going to be talking about this very concept, as you know, in Rotary we have adopted the four-way test of our approaching each other, our communities, and the world at large. Those things are, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? And I think we can all agree that if everybody in the world approached each other that way, the world would be a better and more peaceful place. So you're familiar that Rotary is not something you go to, it's something that you do, it's something you become a Rotarian through our service to the community. So with that, I'd like to welcome you to the fabulous Las Vegas Rotary Club and the newest member of Rotary in the world. Welcome.
Wayne, come on up with your picture. Let's get you right over here.
We'll get you and Wayne together and we'll get this whole group too.
Wayne, oh, there she is. There she is. Okay, I need one of you just by yourself. Scary. And then all the group here. Then you stay. Yeah. You stay. Everybody. Perfect. Thank you. Congratulations.
Okay. Moving along. Sorry, we don't have time for fellowship, but there's good reasons today. I failed to welcome Laura Perkins back. Can you just stand so everyone can just say hello if they're not familiar with you? It is so good to see you back. Jack Romano, haven't seen you in a few weeks. We know you're so busy. If I forgot anyone else, I'm so sorry, but it's good to see you back too. All right, we have about 6 minutes. I need to let Larry Goldstein finish his entree because he's about to be really busy. So with that said, I'm going to skip to the surprise and delight. We might need to help the person, whoever, in case they weren't here. Under your bread and butter plate is a little something, something. So who might have that? Laura has it. That was not planned, my dear. Laura Perkins. Yeah, come up here and read that, girl, because you got to get your gift. And I wasn't sure because if you weren't here to hear when that's a nice little treat. So yeah, share what that says, okay?
It was actually under my cousin's coat, but he didn't.
Remind us, what's your husband's name?
John.
John. Go.
Surprise and delight. I am the theater in which Gwen Hall's movie premiere, Golden Romance, premiered in Las Vegas. What am I? The Beverly.
The Beverly. Yes. So they have given us this canvas bag and a tree of beautiful LED candles. So there you go. Woo. And they have a little remote with them. So congratulations. Thanks. Welcome back. Okay.
So again, we have a few more minutes. We're gonna do a couple of quick announcements. Deb, I was gonna hold the announcements in case we didn't have time, but we have time to do a couple of them. Can you take the microphone over to Larry Cohn so he can let everyone know about orientation?
Well, we're going to have our orientation for our new members, and it's going to be at Antoinette's house, February 5th, 6 o'clock. It's in the Green Book, and I encourage not only our newer members, but also all members to come to the orientation so that you can help our new members really learn about where we're at and where our heart is so they can jump right in.
Thank you.
See you there.
Thank you. Okay, we have time for just one more announcement. It's a toss-up here. Elliot, do you and Kathy want to do a quick recap on the 25 Club event? And any other announcements will carry over to next week.
Thank you, President Janice. We had a nice American People Video meeting at my home last week. It was a social, and we had a bit of a briefing. Rosalie very kindly explained to us the difference between the foundation and the club, and how the foundation functions and how it serves to finance the activities of the club. We had some very pointed questions, and I think the more experienced members who were there, Nikki and Rita in particular, were able to clarify things for us. And I think that is something that we should try to be more often. As new members come in, the way the club functions, I think it's good for us to make it clear. And we'll carry that on, I guess, at the new member orientation on the 5th, and that's up to me.
Thank you. Thank you, President of the 25 Club, Elliot Harris. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do the raffle. For a chance to, we're starting over, I think, or 2 weeks in. Oh yeah, we're at 655 plus whatever we took in today. The number to have a chance to draw the Joker is 559-0003. Elliot! Woo! And then the ticket for the Lowry Bucks is 559-0061.
Oh, 9 of diamonds. Thank you. Full deck, here you go, sir. Are you sure?
Okay, Sean, donation to the foundation for you. Okay. La Kathy, always a winner.
Congratulations, my friend. Here you go. That might not be good.
All right, congratulations. All right, we ready? I'm going to take a break. Mr. Larry Goldstein is going to come up and kick us off for why we're really here today.
Can we get a take a picture first? I'm not.
Oh, thank you. You good?
Yep.
Okay.